even turned on! Shit! Hello YouTubers, my name is X Factor and welcome to some Battlefield 4 Naval Strike Domination as I'm grinding and unlocking attachments for the Battlefield 4 assault rifle, the FAMAS. Something I absolutely dreaded at first in Battlefield 3, but learned to enjoy myself. So let's go back to Battlefield 3 starting out. Let's talk about the irons for that gun. The worst irons I've ever seen. Take a piece of steel and then drill a tiny hole through it. Imagine that is your irons. The only thing you can see is through that tiny hole. So if you're looking at two guys next to each other and they're more than 5 to 10 feet away, you probably can't see them both. You can literally only see what you're looking at. The good news is you got an optic pretty quickly, but you still had to wrestle with some pretty powerful negatives, including a lot of horizontal recoil, vertical recoil, deviation, long reloads, and reduced mag sizes. Only 26 in the mag. Well, the good news is if you missed all of that, it's all back for Battlefield 4, but the starting irons are much improved, and you can get something like the Cobra optic, which I'm using right now, pretty quick out the gate. Partner that with the folding grip and laser, and that's what you see me right now using. So let's talk about the reload. Some of the powerful negatives are back. 3.5 if you're empty. This thing chews through ammo, 1,000 rounds a minute. That's a positive and a negative as I take a peek at a light just hanging there. You're going to be reloading early and often. So what if you have one left in your weapon? Well, the good news is this. It's only 2.5 seconds. That is a pretty long stretch too. So a lot of the juggling you're going to be doing is trying to time your reloads and know when to pull out of a gunfight at medium or longer ranges. But this gun can be extremely effective at the medium and longer ranges. It was actually pretty surprising as I tried to throw a nade over a non-existing building anymore and it bounces back. And that right there is a pretty quick time to kill at somebody which I would call medium range for this weapon. The more up close and personal, the better for the FAMAS. But it's all about ammo management. If you're not on target, try not to waste those valuable bullets because the pain train is coming. Do I reload? Don't I reload? I've only got 11 in the mag. Okay, 2.5 seconds. Staying on burn, trying to see which target I should wait, which target I should shoot at, hoping maybe my teammates pick up some of the longer range targets. If I had different weapons such as the M4 160, L85, Ace 2-3, I would be shooting at some of those people at longer ranges because except for the L85, the reload's pretty snappy and those are very good guns compared to this at the longer ranges. But this can keep up at medium. It reminds me much like the Battlefield 3 AS-Val. Everybody knew the AS-Val in Battlefield 3 was a beast up close, but a lot of people didn't realize that if you stood perfectly still and microbursted, not strafing and microbursting, stood perfectly still as I shoot a guy through a 10, that the gun was dead nuts accurate and would just drop people across the map extremely quickly. But the AS-Val is quite a bit different in Battlefield 3. Nowhere near as effective, no matter how you shoot it, in Battlefield 4. And here I'm going to pick up the USAS and spam a little bit here. This is something I really haven't used that often. There is a little bit of drop to it, but the explosive range is pretty gnarly on this thing. Now, using the FAMAS in this, not a bad idea, unless I'm trying to get close, because I can easily hurt myself with this, as you're going to see me do as I jump down, throwing my med pack, just in case I start soaking up some damage. I can simply go prone, avoid it, pop full health, and then jump off. And right here, not sure if this guy shot me, or that was him reflecting, eating up, splashing the damage onto me. And this is the close quarters that the FAMAS is made for. Not to mention, the hip fire is pretty darn good for this thing for being an assault rifle. I ran several rounds over my live stream, and I was able to hip fire this thing with confidence at pretty decent ranges. Hip firing at ranges I wouldn't think of doing with many of the other weapons that I like to use in my carbine and assault rifle rotation. And as you can see by the mini-map, the end is near. There are too many. The pistol is not going to be enough to take down all these guys. But there you can see the extremely quick time to kill at what I would call the outskirts of close range. And right there, that's long range, microbursting, countering recoil, and just melting people. You'll be surprised at how quick you drop through your ammo. So don't expect to take on multiple targets at that range. With another assault rifle or carbine, I probably could have taken out 2 guys at that range very easily and very quickly. But with the FAMAS, it's usually one and done, because you're not only just battling horizontal recoil and vertical recoil, you're also battling spread, which can quickly kick up just simply due to the fact that this thing's rate of fire is ridiculous. So much like an LMG, much like anything, try to stand still while shooting this and burst firing. If you're taking fire, then it might make sense to strafe. If you're suppressed, the added recoil in this thing is absolutely ridiculous. It's going to be very painful. So try to get some cover, or only go after people that are at close quarters, which you definitely have the heads up and the advantage. And there you see me trying to get to a second target, quickly running out of ammo. So if you do the empty ammo, 3.5 seconds, you're only going to get 25 of the mag. If there's one in there, it's 2.5 seconds, and it's going to be 26. That one bullet actually makes a little bit of difference, believe it or not, because of how quickly you chew through it. So you'll constantly be on the search for support bag, and if you see one, make sure you soak up and max out your ammo, because we all know in Battlefield 4 those things aren't everywhere. And be comfortable with the pistol of choice, because you're going to be using it a lot, whether it's a 45, Magnum, Rex, the SW40. Make sure you're very confident and comfortable with that pistol, because that's the difference between you moving on, reloading, and getting a few more kills. As always, YouTubers, thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you soon.